What's going on, Code Gang? Welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Now, as you can see, today's video is gonna be another challenge. Last time I did a challenge for y'all, I sat in one spot reading a 30,000 word book all in one sitting. And it took me maybe about 2.5 hours to 3 hours to do. And I can really say that challenge was intriguing to the brain. It tested my endurance and as well as increased my focus. It was a process of undoing the TikTok brain, as I worded it in the title. But this time I challenged myself to go an entire month without the TikTok app itself. Now, I know some people from my generation may be watching this and maybe even younger, and you may feel like some type of student and it's like, how is this possible? What? 30 days completely without the app? Like, man, how do you find stuff to do? But basically, I'm gonna be showing y'all the full breakdown, a couple of vlogs from a few days at a time, eventually reaching the goal point of 30 days. But I already know y'all are eager to see, so I don't wanna hold y'all for too long. So let's go ahead and get this started. Day one. Okay, so this is the day one of the spontaneous adventure. Starting off at May 31st of 2024 at 3:20 p.m. I am currently, at the moment, ironing my work uniform, preparing to go to work, which I gotta go to work at like 4 o'clock. I should have been having this stuff ironed, but hey, you know. But yes, today is May 31st, which is 2 days after my homie's birthday. He just turned 17 years old, so yeah. Quick shout out to Ryan Jones. You did. But yeah, so far, since I've done something similar to this before, I don't think it'll be that hard, but I do believe it'll be a bit harder to utilize my time more. Because those little increments of time that you don't use, when you're, scrolling on TikTok or something, like, it's hard to fill those gaps with something. But sometimes even it's good to not fill them with anything at all and just sit to yourself, you know what I mean? Like, when I go up to my job today, right? I plan to be outside of the house by at least 3:30. Probably not gonna happen but before I go into work, I'm gonna have some time to myself. Am I gonna pick up my phone and scroll on TikTok? Nah, I'm gonna just sit there for a moment, probably get some prayer time with God, message a couple of friends of mine, and then I'm gonna head in with a positive mind, fully focused and fully engaged, because I valued my quiet time, you feel me? And like I said in the beginning, possibly, I don't hate TikTok. This is not like a hate thing, like, oh, I hate TikTok. TikTok is responsible for the degrading of our generation. I don't believe that blaming an app really is the problem, because if a piece of technology that can be used for both positive and negative effects is being blamed entirely, like the reason for the ban, is being blamed entirely and nobody gets to take accountability, similar to how in the older church days, people just blamed the devil for everything, which is why you had criminals who, when they would commit heinous acts, the spirits told me, and they can blame it on insanity and get time off. Feel me? I don't think blaming an app is the solution, because then when something else comes along, you're defenseless and helpless against that thing. You're not prepared because you spent so much time blaming the other thing and grabbing your pitchforks and things like that. Instead of just, genuinely acknowledging that you have a problem and you've allowed the functionality of a piece of technology to alter your brain. Because there's businesses that have arisen. There's people who have been able to help their families. There's people who've been able to feed the homeless thanks to the functionality of the TikTok app. So we can't say we can just straight up blame the app for everything. And that's definitely not what I'm doing. I'm just simply recognizing that my worst enemy is myself, my flesh. And I'm denying that and actually, using this time wise, being productive, start reading books or something, or I don't know, build some or something, you dig, I don't know. But, y'all catch my drift. So after this point, I actually didn't do a whole lot of filming for this particular video because, as you know, after this clip, I went to work and, you can't whip a camera out at work unless you're on break or something. And as y'all know, that very same week, I had graduation and prom. So that took up a lot of my time and video space as well. So I actually didn't pick up my camera to record again until like maybe day 12. This is currently day 12 on June 12th. Just got out of the store. Not sure if y'all can hear me too well. I don't know. Just bought some business supplies. And at the current state that I'm at now, I have officially graduated high school. I went to my ceremony and I went to the prom, which at this point, I think y'all may have a video on that already. So yeah, these videos are obviously a multi-step strategic process that I am literally picking my brain to figure out. But as you can see, a lack of distraction has caused my creativity and actually forced my creativity to boost to another level. And now the extent and directiveness of my creativity is just, it's going somewhere, most definitely. At this point now, I haven't read any books, but I'll tell you what I have been doing. I've been watching a lot of long form content, different podcast type of videos of different people talking about experiences throughout their life. I even saw a married couple talk about the topic of celibacy and how that the mentality of remaining celibate until marriage is the most healthy mentality that you can have. Then I saw another video of this guy. He was explaining how to boost focus. And also for the first time in my life, I've actually taken some time out to attempt to memorize a whole bunch of verses throughout the Bible. I've started in 2 places. My first place that I started was Romans chapter 12. And the second place that I started was Genesis chapter 1. Day 14. Okay, so this is day 14. We're on June 14th. And that at this point, this is a crazy update. It's unrelated to the TikTok thing at all. But I have injured both hands. Not sure if you can see that. I've injured both hands in a skateboarding accident near the park, and I've injured both legs in a track meet. Usually under these circumstances, someone would be like, I'm gonna stay at home and I'm gonna scroll on TikTok because I'm mad and I don't wanna go outside. But now, I'm up here doing like a self-rehab, recuperating, rejuvenating my muscles by just simply walking and, letting my bruises catch some air. Moving my hands around still, keeping full function and formation in spite of, my hand being kind of swollen on this side, Still got to keep it pushing. Day 18. Yeah, we done beat the sun, y'all. Look at this. Let's go. So that was me outside this morning, looking at the sky like right before the sun rose, I don't know why that was a really exciting moment for me because I've been trying to get back to waking up before the sun rises because it makes me feel like I have an edge over the day, especially being that my dad set an example, you know what I mean? Because that's what he used to have to do all the time. Now he gets to rest, but to be able to make it to work on time and to be able to provide for his fam, he'll leave out like mad early or wake up mad early at around like 6 o'clock to 6:30. And I used to do it all the time as well, but I think around the time that I stopped going to school, I kind of fell off of it for a while. But now I'm back on it. You dig? Not to mention, I'm not sure if you can notice the audio quality is way better. I just got in some new mics yesterday. They were about maybe $150, really cool brand. And to say for $150 that the quality is this good, it's not spiking, it's not peaking or anything, and I can like talk real low and it'll still record what I'm saying. I'll try not to yap about every single thing that's going on, but yeah, as you can see, we're moving up, Hopefully these don't end up broke like the other ones.
So, one day, I'm just cruising down this very street.
So yes, currently we are on day 18 of no TikTok. And today the biggest task that I want to conquer is fixing my dishwasher. Y'all know that little heater that's on the bottom of like dishwashers and it like heat dries the dishes and stuff like that? Some months ago that actually ended up broken and the part was real cheap. I'm not sure why we never ended up getting it, but apparently it took us a long time to get it. I don't know why. But one night I just reminded my mom of the fact that we had to do it eventually, especially because we're gonna be moving out soon. So today I'm gonna be working on something that I've never worked on before, which is fixing an industrial device. I've never done it before. That took 5 hours. Now to see if my hard work is paid off with some refreshing steam. I think I put it in wrong.
And after many more days, including my 18th birthday, of not filming due to limited storage space, day 33. Okay, y'all, so as of today, it is currently Wednesday, July 3rd at 7:33 p.m. This is actually 2 days beyond the actual goal that I had, which was 30 days total, or 31 days, of detoxing from TikTok and not watching as much short form content. And of course, I do apologize for the last couple of days. They have been quite eventful, but unfortunately, due to storage issues and me just actually staying locked in, you feel me? I was just like, you know what? We're not going to film it for the rest of the time. We're just going to keep this genuine to myself and actually staying true to the challenge without burning out my phone every single second of it. So I'm not going to lie to you up front. The changes that I have noticed so far that have been very grand is, number one, my focus. I am way more focused on a particular task that I want to complete. I'm less likely to grab my phone, pick it up and, scroll for like 20 minutes or whatever. My work ethic is a lot more on point. Just recently, I've received a couple of customers for my own personal business. And since then, I've been trying to actually reach out to more customers. This is a business that I haven't really picked up since last year. And now all of a sudden I'm back into it and I'm actually, getting things going again. Another key thing that I noticed that I was really improving on was my reading. Currently, I've been reading the book of Ecclesiastes, which I'll go into more detail on how that's going on my Christ Ministry channel. But basically in that book, God uses Solomon, which Solomon is the author, to actually explain the usefulness and uselessness of success. So yes, a lot of people like to go to all these, finance gurus and whoever else like that, which is okay. But then we oftentimes forget that the word of God has the answers to everything, including our finances and the mentality thereof, which is also what helped me boost my work ethic to get my business going. You feel me? But yeah, overall, man, like I'm even coordinating my words better. I'm planning things out on a scale that I've never done before. Like this video here, as you've seen the graduation video, right? That video was in the middle of me planning for this one. So I had already started this before the graduation one. And then during the graduation one, I had the plan out. So basically articulating that many steps that I wouldn't be able to do if I was so focused on 30-second video, 15-second video, 2-second video. Now my vision is not so tunneled anymore and I'm seeing a wider perspective. I'm telling you right now, bro, it's time. It's time. It is time. We are on a come up. We are on a come up. This journey helped me realize more and more that we are on a come up, man. And I'm not just excited for me. This is not just for me. This is for everybody. This is for the people who I'm going to be able to bless one day, man. And it's funny because now I know what it feels like to be more of a producer instead of a consumer. Because if you consume, then what profit are you making? How are you helping other people? You know what I mean? But yeah, let's go ahead and open the app after an entire month and a couple of days. Okay, let's see what y'all youngsters are up to nowadays. Let's see this.
Okay, not too bad. We're starting off with a tutorial.
Today we're going to learn how to do this really beautiful, simple henna design. So we're starting off here with some lovely controlled vines, making sure that they are all the same width and the same size. I'm going to do this on both sides, all the way down the hand.
Okay.
Creating pressure to create a sort of blob and carefully dragging it in, reducing pressure. So once we've done that all the way down the hand, I'm going to now create a chain going through the design. And I'm going to add beads to this chain, making the central bead the largest, and then reducing.
Oh, so like a double helix. Okay, that makes sense.
The easiest way to do this is always to start with the central one, and then just make your way down the chain. Okay, so once we've done that, it's time for the fingers. So I'm doing some freestyle sort of bands. I'm starting off with a thicker ring in the middle, and moving on to some thinner rings as well. I always add petals, and then I finish off with this signature little design.
Beautiful.
I'm going to do that
Very
on
nice.
both sides of the rings. When doing your petals, again, really important to make sure that they're all the same width and the same length.
Same size, makes sense. Symmetrical.
This is something that you master with time and with practice. I think the ring finger here was my favourite because it has some really gorgeous vines. These vines are a little bit more advanced.
Does that dry on?
And they start in the centre. And
that's really interesting.
Unlike the other vines which start on the outside and make their way in. The way you master this technique is really based on hand pressure and making sure that you're reducing pressure as you're coming out. But it's definitely very satisfying to watch, and
It is.
And then we're finishing off with some rings here as well. I don't like to drag my lines on the skin. I like to create enough pressure just to kind of drag them out to make sure that they're super, super straight. And then again, I'm just finishing off with some matching designs to match that middle finger there. Did also do a bit on the thumb, but I don't think it's in here. I didn't manage to get a shot of this hand, but this is what it should end up looking
So
like.
it dries like that? That is actually beautiful. What?
Today we're gonna learn how to do.
This was nice. How long was this? 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Y'all didn't think I was gonna watch the whole thing, but I did.
If you skip that part of the vid, there's no escape. You have to subscribe.
So after taking a couple more scrolls, I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything new. I saw a couple of cat videos, a couple of edits, you know, the guy who goes to the sunset and then it turns into lava type jump, you know. Of course you don't get into like the newer algorithm unless you keep scrolling, but I mean, you know what I mean? I don't really need to. But yeah, y'all, that's gonna be the end of this video. I really do appreciate y'all for watching as always. But in the future, if you want me to do a new challenge, like possibly go off of social media completely for a month, of course, make videos and stuff like that, but me actually watching other videos or watching, you know, something on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever else, or even challenging myself to go without TikTok again for 3 months. Cause like, I mean, I feel like I can run another 2 already. But y'all let me know in the comments below. I may cast a vote later on, so y'all let me know through the vote. But as always, go outside, touch some grass, and enjoy your life. This is Sir Charlo saying y'all again, God bless in Jesus' name, and peace out. See y'all next time.
Quick interruption. I've been back on the app for a day and I already want to leave again. What is wrong with y'all?